Okay, now that we've created a bouncing ball, we're going to create a new sprite, and we're going to call this paddle 1. And then we're going to go into our drawing tool, and we're going to select the color and then the black square. I'm going to say OK. We're going to move it here. And there are two ways to do it. I'll show you the first way, but the second way is better. Then we'll say when up arrow key pressed, and then we're going to go to motion, and we're going to change Y by 5, and then just right click, duplicate this, and say when down arrow pressed. So when I hit the up arrow, but you notice it moves in little steps. I actually learned a better way of doing this. So I'm going to go to my control block, and I'm going to put a repeat. This is something that I just learned not too long ago. And then I'm going to get a knot. Okay. Then I'm going to go to this sensing, and I'm going to and I'm going to actually I could make it smaller. So now what happens, see, it's a smoother. So when I hold down the up arrow, it goes up. I hold down the down arrow, it goes down. I've got a sprite that I don't need. And then finally I go back to the ball sprite, and I say okay, so this is the one that I need to rename as paddle 2, paddle 1. I switch over to the ball sprite and I say, if touching paddle 1, and then I go to the motion, and I'm going to say point in direction save this. Now click the green flag, get my fingers on the arrow key. Whoops, I'm not very good. Maybe I should slow this down. So I'm going to have the ball move 3 steps. So I can play it better. That's better. Whoops. Okay, did you see what happened then? It kind of um, got stuck on the ball. Maybe I'll talk about that in another lecture. Or I'll do it now, I guess. You see that it got stuck on the ball. If you repeat this, back up the video. Um, and the way we can fix this is the ball got stuck on the paddle. So if I move the ball off the paddle, see it's in the loop and it's touching the paddle and it changes direction. But the next time it hasn't cleared the paddle, it's still in the loop and it changes direction again. And then it moves, and the next time the loop, it still is touching the paddle. So it goes back, like this and forth. And the way to do that is once it's touching the paddle, you change direction and then you move a few steps so you're outside the paddle. And we shouldn't get this. If we just have to experiment with that little step. If 3 isn't enough, I'll change it to 4. I just want to move it a few steps so it, oops. Okay, so I'm going to stop this and continue this in another lecture.